There's a well-known truism that states, "You're only as strong as your weakest link." What more and more organizations are finding is that very often, the weakest link doesn't reside on their networks or even with their employees. Instead, it's in their supply chain. Most suppliers are small companies, organizations that lack the expertise to implement adequate security protections. The bad guys understand this and use the supply chain as an easy path into your network. How can you protect your company from vulnerable suppliers? Start by creating a written security agreement with each member of your supply chain. In many cases, a supplier won't have the budget to implement all the protections you require. But at a minimum, you should make sure that they adhere to certain clearly defined processes that minimize their vulnerabilities. Training is also important, especially for suppliers who are uneducated to the many ploys used by hackers. One simple trick is known as spear phishing. In this scenario, a supplier employee receives an email from what appears to be a trusted source. This could be a friend, a colleague, or a company with whom they do business. In fact, the bad guys started to use legitimate email servers they've compromised, which makes malicious emails even harder to identify. Finally, if you want to minimize your supply chain risks, then you need to create a barrier between your internal and external systems. That's because hackers continually try to exploit direct connections between smaller vendors and larger organizations.